mat and breathing. Let your breath come into your practice. Start to notice how you're standing. Where are the feet? Are they in line with each other? Are you square on your feet? Are you rocked back into your heels or forward into the balls of your feet? Start to notice the feet. And then notice the legs firming up. The hips over the ankles. Then your shoulders are coming over your hips. In case they were kind of rounding forward, draw them back over your hips and turn your palms forward. Okay? Now think about your head for just a moment. Is it jutting forward? You want ears over shoulders. So that's our alignment, strong alignment that we want. And now we're breathing. And as the breath smooths, allow it to deepen. So we're standing nice and tall here so the breath really can move easily through the body. So take a nice exhale, and then as you inhale, let that breath fill the whole body all the way into the extremities and the crown of the head, and then exhale, soften. And do that 2 more times, really feeling yourself get big with the breath, and soften. And one final time. And soften. All right, so as mentioned, we're going to go through an energy block clearing sequence. All right, so we're going to be moving a lot more naturally here, not stiff. So just wiggle around for a second, and then bring your feet about hip-width distance apart. And we're going to step forward with the right leg, bring the shoulders up, and then back with the right leg, bring the hands down. So it's hands up, hands down, starting to release those shoulders. It's suddenly turned cold this morning, so we're going to warm up here. Inhale and exhale. A couple more times here. And then bring your feet back to side by side and begin on the left. Left leg forward, arms up, left leg back, arms back and down. So just starting to be mindful of how the body is doing this morning. And then after your next round with forward and back, bring your feet together. Inhale and exhale. Let's stand with the feet together for just a moment here just to see how this feels. So we've got like one trunk now because the legs are touching, the feet are together. Now we're going to take the feet wider than hip width distance, just a little bit, as we continue our spinal series here for energy block clearing. Bring your hands to your thighs here, round forward, and then gently bring the arms up, shine your heart up and back to the thighs. Okay? So in this sequence, we want the body to move naturally. We're not trying to force it into any shape. And then we notice what's going on, how things are feeling. And the next time your hands are to your thighs, just hold here and slowly roll up. Roll the shoulders back and down a little bit. And we're going to take the spine side to side with some scooping. So tilt to the right, turn your palm up, scoop energy up from the earth. Tilt to the left, palm up, scoop energy. And we're going side, scoop, side, and scoop. Yeah, opening up that side body. We started to the right, So the next time you go left, you'll be even and come back to center. Okay, and now we're going to add some twisting. So the knees will be soft here. Hands once again will be at the thighs. And we go up and back to the right, and then hand comes back to the thigh. Open to the left and back. Yep, that's all we're doing. We're twisting open. And you can start to notice, like, what are the shoulders doing here? What are the feet doing? The feet move naturally here. So if your feet want to lift, you know, if one heel wants to lift a little, that's fine. They may not. You're just going to keep moving. Let the body react. And we started with a twist to the right. We'll bring it back, open to the left and back, and be even here. And now come back to mountain pose. Inhale and exhale. And just take a moment to feel how your energy is moving now, how the body is doing. And breathe. All right. So, what did we say we're going to use? One block today, right? Okay, so let's just make sure that block is nearby. Not in your way, just nearby. Okay, and come to the top of your mat. We're going to start working our way down. So you're at the top of your mat, okay? And we're going to loosen up the legs a little bit. So take your hips back, bend your knees, bring your arms up to shoulder height, and then stand up. So we're coming sort of into chair, down and up. The feet stay square through this. We're not dropping forward. Yeah, loosen those legs up a bit. And 2, and 1. And now from the top of your mat, find your mountain pose again. We're starting to work our way down. Inhale, float your arms up. Exhale, swan dive over those hip creases. Bring your hands to your thighs, take a half lift. Set the hips down toward the mat, bring the hands down, and step back to downward facing dog. So we're going to come into dog here, and go ahead and start to bend one knee and then the other, alternating the heels, pressing down. Press one heel down and hold. Press the other heel down and hold. Press both heels down and hold. And then go ahead and bring your knees to the mat and sit off to the side. Find yourself in seated mountain pose. Nice and long as you inhale and exhale. Just taking a couple of breaths, middle of the week, middle of the day, right? And then shake everything out. And we're going to move into a dead bug series to work the core, okay? So we're going to go through a few variations on it so you can pick the one that works for you the best this morning. Turn it, take it down, spine to the mat here, okay? And take both arms up. We'll start with both arms up every time. Okay, we're going to take the right leg out with the left foot still on the mat and bring the right foot in. Left leg out, right foot still on the mat, and left leg in. And we've taken the opposite arm back each time. One thing I want you to notice here is that when we take the leg forward, the heel is hovering. We're not resting the leg down. So let's do that one more time. Right and left. Hovering the heel makes all the difference. Okay, so now we're going to do that with the knees to tabletop, arms up, and right leg extends, left arm back, and up, left leg extends, right arm back, and up, and bring it in. All right, another way that you can do this is with straight legs here, okay? And let's go ahead and take the legs straight. arms up and right leg down, left arm back and up, left leg down, right arm back and up. If straight legs doesn't work for you and you know that, then do it with bent knees. Bring it in. All right, so you did it with your feet down, knees up, legs straight. Pick one. We're going to go 4 times on each side. Okay? Remember, feet down, knees bent, legs straight. Anyway, and we go right leg, left arm, heel hovers, and bring it up. We're not flinging, we're bringing. Left leg, right arm, and up. We're really feeling this. If you don't, slow things down. Feel it, you'll feel it more if you slow down. We're moving from right to left, right to left. I think I said we'll go 4 times on each side. This is 3. And this is the 4th one. And up and left and up. Hug your knees in for a moment here. Inhale and exhale. All right, so we did alternating legs. We're going to do double leg version now. 2 arms up, and we take the arms back, extend both legs, heels are hovering, and come back. Feet are on the mat, right? That was the foot down version. Let's do that one more time. Extend, heels hover, and bring the feet down. Now see if you want to try it with your knees in tabletop. Knees in tabletop, and extend 2 legs, 2 arms, and up. And extend 2 legs, 2 arms, and up. If your spine is already complaining, go back to alternating. That's fine. If you want to try it with straight legs, we'll do that one time. Straight legs down and up. And bring it in. Okay, so now you're going to choose how you want to do this. We're going to do it 4 times. You can go back to alternating, 2 right, 2 left. You can have 4 times from here, tabletop or straight legs, 2 arms, 2 legs up, okay? And we go down and up, your choice. Let's say you started with straight legs and you decide, the last 2 times I'm going to do it from tabletop. That's great too. Or vice versa, right? Do any fashion. And in, hug your knees in. The important part is that you move with intention and keep your heels hovering. All right, so let's rock side to side. Inhale and exhale. So raise one leg and tell me if you're starting to feel your core here. Anybody? Okay, good. All right, that was a good answer. So now, we're going to keep both feet down on the mat. We're going to work the obliques. Take your right arm out from your shoulder, just the right arm. Take your left arm straight up, okay? And we're going to raise the head and shoulders and take that left hand outside the right leg. So we're crossing the body with the left arm and bring it back and down. Okay, let's do that with knees to tabletop. Raise the shoulders and head, draw the left hand across the body toward the right, and take it back and down. Let's try with straight legs. Raise the shoulders and head, draw the left hand over to the right. That right arm is providing balance and support for us, and bring it down and release. Okay, now we're going to take the left arm out to the left, right arm up, 2 feet to the mat, shoulders and head lift, and that right arm heads to the left side, and we come back and center. Now it's knees, shoulders and head, and reach the right arm over to the left. You could decide to do the whole thing with feet down. You could decide not to straighten your legs right now, but if you want to, go ahead. Shoulders and head up, and reach that right arm over to the left. Bring it in, hug your knees, inhale and exhale. All right, so we're going to go 2 more times on each side. We'll go 2 times to the right, 2 times to the left. Put your legs in the position that you want to have them. Feet down, knees, legs up. Right arm is out from the shoulder. Left arm is straight up. And shoulders and head up. Reach the left arm over to the right. Come back center and down. And one more time on the right. Shoulders and head. Reach. Center and down. Left arm is out. Right arm comes up. Shoulders and head. Right arm reaches over to the left. Center and down. And one more time. Roll it up. To the left. Center and down. Hug your knees in. Whew. Inhale and exhale. All right, we're going to give that a moment to sink in and just be in a little relaxation here. And then head on over to a side here and come into hands and knees. All right, so we're going to wiggle the hips side to side, release them a bit. Take the hands forward just a couple of steps, just to give yourself a little extra room. And move yourself forward in space and then start to make some circles here. Okay, you'll notice that the hips are getting a lot of activity here. We're going to do some standing hip releases, but right now we're just kind of loosening up the hips from hands and knees. Pause at center and then circle the other way. So you're letting your hips move around. All right, now come back to center and just stand up on your knees for a second. Shake the wrists out. We're going to get some good arm work in. Okay, everybody good? So we're going to come into a knee down plank. Nice and long here, and push up, making sure the elbows are heading back, heading toward behind you. Press back up, hips toward heels. Knee down plank, push up, hips toward heels. You can do this in knee up plank if that is you right now. Plank, push up, hips to heels. Or just keep your knees down. We want the focus to be on the arms here, especially the triceps. So keep that in mind. It's not so much about whether the knees are up and down, it's what the triceps are doing. And the next time you're back, press yourself into child's pose. Now that block is handy. You might want to try resting your forehead on the block and see how that feels for a change, if that's a change for you. If you want to, just come into your regular child's pose, that's fine also. Sometimes you might want to try hands toward the feet. So the point here is have the head supported and make this your pose for the moment of time that you are in right now. All right, and then we are going to work our way up to downward facing dog. And start walking the feet to the hands, taking them wider as you go until they're mat width distance apart. Bring the forearms to the thighs. Bring your hands to your heart. Press through the feet. Lift the arms. Inhale. And as you exhale, step together. All right. Are you near something that you can steady yourself on? Because we're going to stand on a block. That chair would be great. A table would be great. A wall is good. Okay? When we do these hip releases standing on a block, we want to be near something that can steady us, because that way we can really focus on the hip. Okay? Now we're not leaning into whatever whatever is steadying us. We're going to put one foot on the block, doesn't matter which one, because we're going to do both sides. Straighten that leg that's on the block. That helps keep this foot clear, right? Your outside foot, and we're going to just start swinging the leg back and forth. Okay, so we're just getting a little support. Remember, we're not leaning into it. And we're also going to stop here for a second. And if this hip, inside hip is jutting out, put more energy and intention into that leg and then come back to your hip swings. Hip swings, nice. All right, now we're going to pause here and take this outside leg in half and X. So it's going to go forward on a diagonal and back on a diagonal. And 7 and 8. All right. And now we're going to do hip cleaners. So bend your outside knee, draw the knee across the body, take it wide out and back. So you see what we're doing here with that hip joint? Moving it in a lot of different directions, clearing out any gunk, stuckness that's in it. And one more forward and back. And now just let that outside leg hang. Okay, that just releases the muscles. And let's take it down, shake it out. And we're going to go other side. So if you want to turn around, you don't have to watch. You could go to the other side of your room. You can do whatever you want, okay? But try not to be doing this with your inside leg because you're not going to have enough room. Yeah, so it's better to just keep your outside leg, all right? So we're going to put the other foot on the block, stand tall. There you go. And just take that leg forward and back. Hip, hip, hip release. And then we're going to pause and make that half an X. So we take the outside leg, forward diagonal, back diagonal. Forward diagonal, back diagonal. All right, bring it back to center. Bend that outside knee, bring the knee across in front and to the back. And 2 more. And 1 more. Now just let that outside leg hang. Excellent. Come off your block, shake it out. Come to the top of your mat, and we'll get ready for sun salutation. All right? So let's come to the top of the mat, feet hip-width distance apart. Inhale and exhale. We float the arms up. Inhale. Exhale, swan dive. Remember, the hands go where they belong. We're not trying to force them anywhere. Bring your hands to your thighs, hips back. Shine your heart forward. Sink your hips down, hands down. Take your right leg back into a lunge. Enjoy that lunge for a moment. And then come into your plank, whether it's knees up or knees down. Wherever you have a nice strong plank going on right now. And then chaturanga down. Okay, and from here we'll do a hands-free cobra. So lift your hands off the mat, roll your shoulders towards your ears, down your spine, and let your heart start to lift. The head just follows. The head is not forcing any movement here. It's following the spine. Release and find your way to downward facing dog. See if you can notice your hips on your way up to dog. How are they feeling? You worked on them quite a bit, so see if they feel that. Inhale and exhale. And then take any journey you want, bringing your feet to your hands. So you might take a couple of big steps, a bunch of baby steps. You might hippity hop, feet to the hands, half lift, forward fold. Feet are grounded, upper body light, float the arms out and up, palms touch. Now pay attention because we're not stopping here. We're going to draw the hands back through center, down into a forward fold. Hands to the thighs, hips back, shine your heart forward. Hands down and step back with the left leg into your lunge. Yeah. Good. And move around in that if that feels good. Find your way into a plank. So remember your plank, knees up, knees down. And nice strong chaturanga, elbows back. All right, we're going to get a little deeper into this cobra. So lift your hands and come into the hands-free cobra now. Lift the heart. And then take your arms forward and draw your elbows back towards your waist. Lift a little higher. And do that one more time. Take your arms forward and elbows toward waist, lifting the heart. Good. Now hands under the shoulders. Find your way to downward facing dog. Good. Take a couple of breaths. Feel the extension of dog. Inhale and exhale. And then take any journey, feet to the hands, however you want to get there. And when you get there, half lift, forward fold, and float the arms out and up, palms touch. And hands come heart center. And release. Excellent. All right, let's shake things out here. Shake out the wrists, shake out the legs. And we're going to go ahead and do some, let's do a little bit of balance here. So we'll start with sun and moon. The feet are hip width distance apart. Okay, we're standing square on the feet. We have a spot to look at that isn't moving, our drishti, our gaze point. The mind is calm. Hands to the hips, and just take your right heel up. See how the right heel is doing. Remember that outside hip or your standing hip, we want that leg engaged. We don't want to be... And then see if that knee wants to float up. Maybe it does, maybe it doesn't. Good. And release. Okay, let's try that on the other side. Left foot to the heel, gaze is steady. See how this side reacts as you draw your foot farther away from the earth. And release. Okay, shake it out. So you guys know sun and moon. We're going to move into that now. We'll take it in stages. So let's go ahead, back to the right, right knee lifts. Steady yourself, see what that left leg is doing. Then take the left arm up by the ear, point the right fingertips toward the earth. And release down. Okay, if you have an uncooperative side for balancing, you can leave your toes kickstanded, right? That's always valid. Okay, we're going left heel, left knee, right arm, left fingertips down. We're in sun and moon. Good, and release. All right, let's see if we can float into it all at once. Right knee, left arm, here we go, float it up. Yep, and release. And we'll go left knee, right arm, float it up. Now bring your feet side by side so we're in that legs touching version of mountain pose. And just, if it calls to you to close your eyes, if that works for you, go ahead and close your eyes. If not, just defocus them and just see how you're feeling after that balancing. Inhaling and exhaling. All right, let's shake things out and make sure that everything is nice and warm and loose. So let's take the arms up, 5-pointed star, legs are wider than hip width distance, toes are facing out. And we're taking the elbows down, knees over toes, moonflower, take it up, and moonflower. So we're going 5-pointed star to moonflower. Take it as deep as works for you, yeah. And the next time you're in moonflower, just hang here for a moment and take it up. We're going to do sunflower next, which is the forward fold version. Feel free to go as far or not as you want. The arms come down, knees out, one arm crosses in front of the other and up. That's sunflower. When you come down again, cross your other arm in front and come up. So take this at your pace. You can go super slow if you're enjoying that feeling in the forward fold posture. You can go one breath per movement if you're feeling more like wanting that tempo. Just take the time to feel it and keep switching which arm is in front. Okay, the next time you're in forward fold here, wherever you are, higher, lower, take opposite hand to opposite elbow and move around. So think of this like a wide-legged ragdoll where you also have an opportunity to expand the adductors, stretch them side to side. Those inner thighs, move everything around. And then come back to center here, and as you straighten your legs, let your forearms melt a little closer to the mat. Now release your hands to your hips, come halfway up, we pause here, and then just stand tall. Yeah, we pause so we don't get dizzy as we come back up. And then heel toe your feet together, step them together, shake everything out. Wiggle around. How are you guys doing? Okay, you want to take another moment to just move things around. The ragdoll help. See if anything else needs to release as you make your way for coming down to the earth. Look around, see if there's something that you want, if it's your eye pillow, your socks, a sweater. Or maybe it's just me because we still have no heat that I feel like everybody's going to be cold. I know. I know. Oh, and we're out of time as far as the weather's concerned. So when you're done and ready, come to the top of your mat. You might know I keep lavender off to the side and I rub my hands in it, so I always enjoy that little smell. All right, the feet are hip width distance. We're just scanning the body, feeling the breath circulate. Float the arms up, inhale, swan dive. Let your hands come where they belong at this point in time now. And then bring your hands to your thighs, shine your heart forward, sink the hips, hands down, and find your way to down dog. You could always be in table instead, but if you're in down dog, bring your big toes together and take your knees to one side, hips to the other. If you are in table, just let your hips sway side to side. That works too. And then come back to center bring the knees down. If they're up, sit off into seated mountain pose, nice and long here. So we're going to first establish seated mountain pose with nice contact, each sit bone, the spine super long, right? We've reestablished the alignment of shoulders over hips, ears over shoulders. And we're going to take the arms long overhead, keep all this length, keep the feet flexed, folding from the hip creases, long arms forward, and then just let your hands drop wherever they belong right now. Take your gaze towards your toes. Draw your arms back up as you sit tall. Inhale and exhale the hands down. Okay, we're going to do that one more time. Lengthen through the spine. You feel your sit bones grounding here. Fold from the hip creases with long arms. Let the hands drop. They touch wherever they touch here. Your gaze stays towards your toes so your spine stays long, yes. And then release, and with long arms come up, arms overhead. We're going to turn the palms out and feel the spine lengthening as we draw the arms down. Yeah. All right, let's go ahead and bend those knees. Take it down. Extend both arms and both legs. Inhale. And as you exhale, draw your knees in. You might be holding on to the shins or the hamstrings, whatever's more comfortable for your knees. Inhale and exhale. We're going to extend everything again. And this time take just the right leg in, shin or hamstring hold. Extend the right leg, arms overhead, left leg in, hold. Extend, bring both knees in and find happy baby here. And go ahead, if you like to rock side by side in happy baby, give your spine a little massage. And then keep your legs up, release your hands, come back to center, and we're going to point and flex both feet. And circle at the ankles, one direction and the other. Really notice the feet, give them some gratitude for what they've been doing all day for you, all through your practice, and then bring your feet down to the mat and gently let those knees open and close, little butterfly wings here. Take your arms long out to the side and bring your legs together. We're going to do super gentle windshield wipers here. The knees go just swaying to the right, gaze left, so we're releasing the neck too here. Knees go just to the left, gaze right. And we go side to side. We started with the knees right, gaze left, so the next time your knees go left and your gaze goes right, you'll probably be even. Come back to center. Bring your feet back to hip width distance apart, and with your arms extended, really press out through those fingers, extend the fingers, wiggle them, make a gentle fist. Extend through the fingers, wiggle, make a gentle fist. Having gratitude and appreciation for the hands, extend, wiggle the fingers, bring them in and rotate the wrists one direction and the other. Now bring your arms down by your side. Scan your body. See if there's any movements that your body still needs to make before it can be at rest. Make any realignments that are being called for. As you know, we'll be moving into final relaxation, and so make sure your body is prepared for that. And then come into your final relaxation position for today. Knees could be bent, legs could be straight. Inhale through the nose and slowly exhale through the mouth. And one more time, inhale. And as you exhale, just allow your body to melt onto the earth. Let the earth support you as you are in final relaxation. Slowly begin to bring your awareness back to your space. Allow your breath to deepen. Gently invite movement back to your body. And on your next inhale, stretch everything long. And as you exhale, draw your knees in. Find your way over to a side and help yourself back up to a nice, easy seat. As you turn your gaze to your own good heart and your bright spirit, thank and honor yourself for your practice, and we thank and honor each other for sharing this time. Namaste.